Hi, my name is Kaylee Carr, and this is my informative speech. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy made a statement during his inaugural address that inspired Americans and sparked a new idealism across the world. Kennedy said, "And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." What most people don't realize, though, is the sentence that follows those infamous words would create an organization that would strive to keep world peace. Immediately after President Kennedy asked his fellow Americans what they would do for their country, he addressed the world by stating, "My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man." Those words would be the basis to establish an organization that was the brainchild of President Kennedy and a man by the name of Robert Sargent Shriver, Jr. Just 4 weeks after Kennedy's inaugural address, Shriver presented Kennedy with a plan that would create a group that would strive to keep, maintain, and promote world peace. And on March 1st, 1961, the Peace Corps was established. Robert Sargent Shriver, Jr. was a Yale graduate and President Kennedy's brother-in-law. Shriver was the perfect candidate to create and carry out an organization as new and daring as the Peace Corps. Up until 1961, the world was highly segregated and needed something to bring it all together. He believed in promoting and inspiring young people to carry out their dreams in a very big way. The Peace Corps was created on President Kennedy's desire to create world peace through actual people that would live and carry out the movement in developing countries. Sergeant Shriver created the Peace Corps to establish world peace during a very turbulent time. The Peace Corps was created when the United States and the Soviet Union were heavily involved in the Cold War. Americans were fighting amongst themselves over a crisis that had been plaguing the country since 1947. While the Cold War was a rivalry between America and the Soviet Union, it consisted of atomic weapon creation, and in the years immediately leading up to the creation of the Peace Corps, the race to land a man on the moon was in full swing. Shriver understood that it was going to take a movement to create world peace, and that some would not like the idea. It was going to take something big. It couldn't just be a government organization demanding world peace. It had to be created and built. The Peace Corps needed to have a solid purpose in order to be supported by the American people. A poll taken during the trial era of the organization revealed that over 70% of Americans supported the idea and cause. Sergeant Shriver's main goal was to dare and inspire young people to live out their ideas in their own unique way. The Peace Corps reflects Shriver's idealism as stated in their mission goals. The 3 goals of the Peace Corps: to help people of host countries receive the training necessary to improve their quality of life. Their second goal is to help promote a better understanding of Americans in other countries. During this time, people did not understand why the Americans and the Soviet Union were at war, and it was very hard for host countries or developing countries to comprehend what was going on because they had no idea the technologies that we had. Helping the Americans gain a better understanding of the people they served was the third goal. It was very hard to understand other countries that were developing as an American when we were trying to develop atomic weapons, and they were simply not up to speed. The Peace Corps has helped people create a better life and a safer environment for them to live in. The positive image that emerges from the hard work of the volunteers is recognized around the world and appreciated by not only those who have been helped by the Peace Corps, but also the Americans who support the program across the world and fund it as well. The Peace Corps has evolved over the years and is still trying to keep up and spread the current technology and medical advances that we have established throughout the world. Volunteers of the Peace Corps have extended their services to 139 countries since its establishment in 1961. There have been over 210,000 volunteers in the Peace Corps, and the success of the people have kept the organization working smoothly and have extended their assistance further than ever imagined. Volunteers have joined the cause for their own reasons, yet the group's main goal remains the same: to create and build peace. The Peace Corps is an organization that might not have had the same success if it were not for Sergeant Shriver. He was a man that practiced what he preached. He would assist in missions to those developing countries in need, not just send a group of young people out into the world with a list of instructions. He understood that everyone in every situation was unique. The ideas that created the revolutionary group of people are still present within the organization today. Times have changed across the world, and so have the issues that the Peace Corps addresses. Problems such as AIDS testing, technological advances, and environmental conservation have become the leading reasons for volunteers to help in host countries. Although Alzheimer's finally led to the end of Shriver's legacy, his goal in creating and building world peace through individuals is still in effect today and will continue as a living tribute to his life's work.